What is better than nice magic shop music? I like this song. It's a very nice song. Hello. My face rig stopped. Wait, my webcam is stopped. Let's see if I can activate it again. Let's see. I think I can. There it is. There it is. Ha ha. Ho ho. Hey. Those faces, boys. Hello, hello. Tonight we are working on, I called it character animations, but in reality is connected to the work we were doing yesterday, but is not much more related to character animation itself. Is more related to ensuring that the ALS blueprint is actually working properly. And we have a number of fixes to do. Everywhere you see error, 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 is because actually I have updated the animation blueprint to the new version, and I have set the new skeleton, and now the animation blueprint is complaining that is not pointing to the right skeleton. So, or well, that he has animations mentioned in the blueprints which are not pointing to the right skeleton. So the fix is very easy. It's just a bit annoying to do, but it's just to go and check for each one the new animations that I imported and basically just set them as such. So like for example this one and this one and so on. So the only point that I need to be very careful is not messing up, because there are certain animations which are kind of the same name, right? And I need to be sure I'm not mixing them up, because if I mix them up then our character will not move right. Yeah, there are a fair amount of errors unfortunately, so it will take a bit, but I think we can go pretty fast. So loco F. So if you want to help me, you just need to ensure that basically whatever is this text after my change is staying the same, right? So that this text is exactly identical with the new animation I set. So it should not change. If it changes, it means that I made a mistake, and it's something that we don't want. Because there are many that have pretty much the same name, right? And it's a bit of the annoying part of this. Okay, now all the errors here are fixed. But now here we have another set. ALS and walk run F. So I think we can do walk F and we should arrive to the right point. Yes. And this one is walk B. There is BL, BR, B, so there are a million B, but we should go for the B. This is walk FL. Luckily there is only one. Walk BL. And walk BL, yes, it's this one. Walk FR. And walk BR. Okay. Now, it would be kind of magic if everything works after all these changes, but no, but I think it will. I think it will. I think it will work. LSN lean. So I'm trying to save every time I do a change, so in case something goes wrong, you know, I can. So it is sprint F. ALSN sprint F. Okay. And by the way, if you have any question on what I'm doing, please interact on the chat. Sprint impulse. There are actually two, but this one is the one that we need. Also, if you're new to the channel, you want to know a bit of what is the game about, what we are doing. Here we have one which is empty, yeah? We will check it later, but there is one which is actually empty, which I don't know if is correct. So it is NCLF. This one is easy to mistake because there are so many NCLF. This actually, maybe it's better if I type 2_CLF. Yes, so there is only one, so I cannot make mistakes on this one. Okay. Now there is CLF to N, CLF to N. Okay, there is only one available, so I cannot do mistakes. Land roll F. ILSN land roll F. Why there are two? F and F1. This I don't like, huh? They are actually in the same directory. In theory, there should be only one. Let me see the dependency. So landroll F is going into ALS and MBP, and landroll F1 is going into all this stuff. So I would say that the F1 is the one that we need. I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why has been generated. Let me check something quick. Because in theory that file, so the only explanation is that that file exists in the blueprint and in the actions, and landroll F and F1. They have been generated exactly at the same time, which is a bit weird. I don't know. Definitely F1 is, but I think they are identical because I think they are both. Let me open them both, but I think they are both pointing to the same. They should be both pointing to the same skeleton, right? This skeleton is the Unreal Engine 4 PSCR template plane shift skeleton, which is under PS template, which is the right one. And let me see the F. Yes, it's pointing to the same one. So my reading into this is that when I retargeted the animations in the actions folder, right? There is also the land roll, but this land roll is already present in the animation blueprint. And so this is what is generating the duplication, which is fine at the end. If they're identical, you know, it's not really bothering us too much. So I would say what we can do, we can set here the F1, which is the one that is already connected to the other. So let me do land roll F1. So we connect the F1 here. And now we check if, after saving this, the F still has some references. Okay, now the F doesn't have any references anymore. So actually, we can delete this F. The only reference is inside the collection, but the collection is just separating the file. So, and now I think we can rename. We should be able to rename this F1 to F without big trouble, unless the source control is getting in the way. But it should be fine. Hello, hello, hello. I see people joining. Unfortunately, I don't see any message in the chat, so I don't know if my chat is acting up or you are silent, which is okay. Which is fine. Hello, Hula. Yes, now I see the messages. Welcome. So we fixed this, right? Okay. Okay. So the idea is to continue. This one has not been updated, which is interesting. I think we have a redirector. I think we have a redirector in the way. No? Wow. And then I'm wondering, this is a bit weird because we renamed the file, and here in the animation blueprint we are still pointing to an F1, which in theory does not exist anymore. Okay. Messing up something or what? Land roll. Because there is the same problem in this directory as well. Yeah. Okay. There is a bit of a mess. But it's okay, I can fix it. There is the same problem because we have actually two sets of animations at the moment. I think we need to do this final change. Yeah, I think we need to do the final change later on, but we can also do it now if I search for landroll underscore f. There's only this one is not possible. There is the old one. Okay, anyway, I think until we clean up the old animations, we may be confused, but the only point is everything that is under ALS v4 in the main directory, so animations ALS v4 is correct, so are the ones that we need to use. Everything else that is in the other directory, everything would be we can exclude, okay? We can exclude, but I understand that this may look a bit confusing to you, but don't worry, it's not looking confusing to me. So it's good. Hello, Zway. How are you? I'm now porting the new skeleton into our project. Okay, so basically I tested the skeleton fully in the separate test environment. It works. I ported it already to PlaneShift and did some tests and was kind of fine. But I now need, what is this thing? Holy moly. Wait a second, because now I am confusing myself. I was working on the V4, right? I was working on the V4, correct? Can I go back in my stream 1 second? On the V4. Can I go back? Yes, like 2 minutes. No, more than 2 minutes. 5 minutes. Yes, I was working on the ALS and MVP v4, right? Which is the old one that I didn't yeah. So we have a bit of a, now I think what I can do maybe to avoid the confusion, because all the animations in here are with the previous skeleton. Okay, so all this stuff will have to be deleted. But the ALS and MVP v4 is the one that we want to use. So only this one is is updated. Now we have another, I think that my suggestion is that the animation blueprint, which is the most important thing that we have, should go in the main directory, which is the PS template. Hello, Grilled Renerts. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube, I guess. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. So I think if we move it, the NMBP, I think it should go here because it's the most important piece that we have, right? And this one, I need to stay focused because if I mess up the animations, I will just lose more time, you know that. Yes, exactly. This is the one because it's the one that has the remaining errors, okay? And it's the one that is pointing to the U4 PS chart template, which is the new skeleton they brought in after the fixes. Okay, so I think everything should be correct now, apart from my webcam acting up. Okay. Can it do it? I still don't understand if it's a cable issue or if it's a software issue. Okay, he died. The webcam died. By the way, today is election day in the US. So I was following a bit the fight. I was following a bit the fight between Biden and Trump. Not that I'm very interested, because in general I'm very little interested in politics. I find it not very interesting, but I think it's a big event. I mean, the whole world is waiting the results, and basically the two candidates are head-to-head at the moment, and like 50%, 50%. Okay, webcam decided not to work for some reason. Let me see if I can fix it. I think it's getting better now. Test. Okay. It seems it's working. It seems it's working. So they are really head-to-head, and I find it a bit funny how, you know, all the elections are always like 50%, 50%. Sitting idle. Yes, this one. Okay. These are the ones that we created ourselves. So, including the swimming blend space. Yes. Okay, let's finish the ALS one, which unfortunately we still have quite a number. And then we will go with the ones like swimming, sitting, riding, which are all the animations that we have now rigged to the old skeleton, and we need to port to the new skeleton. Grid, you are downloading the game? You are downloading the old version of Plane Shift? It's still a very playable game, but it's a bit outdated, you know, in terms of graphics and in terms of capabilities, but it's been done with a lot of effort and took us a lot of time to do that. So anyway, it's a playable game. It's a playable free game. Lean, do you want a bit of music? I will put a bit of music. Well, let's go. Pa-para-para-para-para. Monkey Island 3. Unfortunately, some of this MP3 don't have the MP3 info, so I have to add it manually. It's kind of annoying, but I don't have a way out. I mean, it's the only thing I can do. Let me add manually a few. I'm looking at the other monitor, as you can imagine. Okay, so lean falling. Lean falling. We only have one, so land heavy. Land heavy. And land light. I didn't realize there were two types of landing. Okay, interesting. And by the way, Zue, I fixed some issues with the crane weight, because there were some weight which were different between the arms and the torso. And so this was causing the disconnect of some of the geometry next to the junction between the arms and the torso, and now is correct. So okay, the walk one are the one that I can really mess up easily, because there are so many that are exactly the same name. So these are the ones that can really mess up. So I have to be super careful. ALS and jump walk LF, NS then jump walk LF. Okay, so this one is this one. I think it's better if I type the wall jump run LF. Okay, so we are sure that we are not messing up. There is the same, but is the R side, so jump walk underscore RF and jump run underscore jump run underscore RF. Okay. Now this operation is quite, you know, it's taking quite some time and it's a bit annoying, but is something that we do only when we do a change in the base skeleton, which in theory should never happen anymore, right? Or anyway, it's very hard that it happens again. I had to do it because the base skeleton was having some extra stuff, extra bones and other problems, and so we had to... I hope I don't have to do it again, because doing it again is... I mean, it's not huge work, but anyway, I'll say it's 3, 4, 5 hours of work, you know, just for the skeleton, and then we will have to you know, redo the pieces, the export of all the pieces for all the characters. So actually it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, but I mean, with the fact that we updated to the new advanced locomotion, and with the fact that we land heavy, that we did those improvements at the same time to the skeleton, I think it's anyway worth it. We still have about, I don't know, 100 errors or so. No, maybe a bit less, 50, 60 errors like this that we need to fix. So So there is still a bit to do. But don't lose faith. We'll go through this. Land light additive, yes. And land heavy additive, land. Now, why I did it this way, land heavy additive. Why I did it this way and not the opposite way? Because in theory I could have ported the ALS blueprint as is, the new one, and then re-implemented all my changes on top, right? Hello, Warnest. Welcome. That could also have been an idea, you know, to do the opposite process. The problem of the opposite process is that I think he may take more and also may be more prone to missing some pieces. ALS stance variation normal. I think it's this one, right? ALS stance variation normal. Yes. And the next one is identical, so I'm gonna copy paste it. And this one seems to be identical as well. Are all this identical? I think so. Okay, so this should have fixed quite a bit of errors. Almost no sound, that's very good. Yeah, I think it's good, because one problem of servers is that sometimes they have fairly noisy, you know, fans. So it is a binocular underscore poses, which by the way, and there is also one which is no curves, but in this case I think we are using this one. I'm doing an operation which is fairly simple to do because there is basically no big reasoning behind, but I should not mess up. Okay, so I should ensure, I'm sure that I'm not messing up. There is a binoculars sweep, and obviously there are two of them. Because one is crouched, the other is not. Bomberman. ALS props. Binoculars poses, right? Which is exactly this one. So I'm gonna just copy it. So if you want to help me, you just need to check that when I do the change, this text is remaining identical. If for any reason you see that after my change, this text is changing, it means that probably I did a copy-paste mistake. Because I'm just substituting the same assets with the ones that are with the ones that are retargeted. So actually the name is identical, it's just applied to a different skeleton. Torch underscore poses. So this one I think I can massively paste. So whenever I do the change, it should stay as it is. By the way, maybe the torch pose we can use, I don't know. How did I comb my hair? I don't know, they just... they're just like this. They're just... I cannot touch them, unfortunately. But... they just grow like this. They really grow like this. So I wake up in the morning and I look exactly like that. Also because it's fairly short, you know? So it's never getting longer. It's staying always at the same sides. And so that's easier to keep them in shape. Torch, aim, sweep. And torch, aim, sweep, additive. Boom, 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 boom. Torch, aim, sweep, crouched. Okay. I hope we can finish this run soon, because I know it's a bit annoying. Torch, sweep, crouched. Okay. Unfortunately, there's one graph for every possible pose, and we are not really using these poses at the moment, but I think we may use them in the future. I think it would be pretty fun to use, for example, the one that is bringing an item like a box, or the one that is bringing a barrel. I think we can use them. I think they are nice poses. So here I should search box poses, copy this one and paste it everywhere. Okay. There is still a secondary motion. Now, when we finish this job, which I hope is soon, we can then move to the animations like swimming, riding, sitting, and we can check if now they are working better than before. I think they will, but I'm not 100% sure because it depends. But I think that now we are in a better shape to have animations which are similar to the basic character setup. Unfortunately, there are about 10 or so of these different poses. And this guy, for whatever reason, didn't reuse the same node. He just decided to draw more nodes. I don't know if there is a tool that can do this automatically. It would be interesting to think about, you know, if we could do it automatically. Because the name, but I think it's a very special case. I don't think it's a very typical case, you know, but basically all the names are the same, just the skeleton is changed. Injured. Injured is also a very interesting one that will be nice maybe to use. It's basically when the character acts like if he's very damaged. The problem is basically that here there is an additional layer of animations on top, you know, because you still need to be able to move your legs the same way, and you want to be able to also crouch in case and still maintain the same pose for the injured. So this is why it's created as a separate layer. As a nice and good monkey, I'm becoming faster as I go. The more I do it, the faster I become. Wow, this MA41, which by the way is a gun, so we will never use this, but no, I'm not in search of followers. I'm sorry. And you are a bot, so you are banned right now. Unfortunately, I think the majority of the viewers, you know, in all the major streams are actually fake, but it is a problem. Did he change the name somehow? No. M140, no, it's correct. It's correct. M for A1 underscore poses. Copy. Paste, paste. Paste, paste. Again, here we are changing one animation which is done with the previous skeleton to the same animation which is done with the new skeleton, which is retarget to the new skeleton. So this is why I'm changing all these names to basically point to the same stuff. Okay, I mean, it looks like it's the same stuff, but actually it's not the same stuff. It's the same animation on a different skeleton. And we have a common skeleton, right? Thank God we have a common skeleton. Because if we didn't have, oh my God, this operation would have been, I mean, I had to repeat this operation 14 times or 12 times. You know, how many are our characters in game? That would be a real pain. Maybe I would just develop something that does it for me, because then at that point it would really become too much. It would be like days of work. I just don't know why there are all these repetitions of nodes, right? Why you cannot just drag? Because there are slightly different percentages. Yeah, so no, it's not. I mean, that's the reason. This is Monkey Island 2. Monkey Island 2. You probably don't even know it existed, huh? But it did. It did. I hope we don't have to do other changes to advanced locomotion. I hope that is the last version, you know, that we use for pretty long time. So I'm hoping that we can just use this version at least for a bit, 1 or 2 years. I don't know, 1 year. I hope so. I don't want to change it again. I don't want to change it again. So who of you is following the US election? No one, huh? Because today is election day. Pistol? Pistol, we don't have pistols in plane shift, but okay. There is pistol 1H poses, and then there is pistol 1H poses no curves, but these no curves, I never seen it used. I think we made good progress. Let me see how many are missing, but I don't think there are too many. Yeah, this list up to here. So about, I don't know, 30 or so. I think we are pretty close. We're pretty close. Okay, here we have the sweep. So the pistol, sweep. Why there are 3 or 4? Because it's 1 hand or 2 hands. Oh my god, okay. In this case it's 1 hand. So pistol, 1 hand, sweep, crouched. Okay. Easy. It's like doing a small puzzle, you know, where you have to put all the pieces in place and ensure that they match. It's like playing a puzzle game. Now maybe someone one day will come to me and say, hey, there is a better way. You can just click here and all of that is done automatically. It would be a good day for me. If someone can tell me how to do this substitution automatically. considering that I don't want to retarget and use the resulting animation blueprint, because that's the problem, right? Because if I retarget, this work is done for me automatically, yes. But I retargeted, but I want to keep my customized animation blueprint. That's the trick. That's the why I need to do this job. Bada bing bada bang. It is Bada Bing Bada Bang, or is another song? I think it's a variation of Bada Bing Bada Bang. When you have stuff like that, you must pay. What do you mean? Ah, you mean that is the punishment? The punishment for using ALS, huh? That is what you're saying, huh? That is the punishment for using ALS. Yeah, somehow is. But on the other side, he's helping us a lot, so I don't know if it's a real punishment or it's just what we need to do. I mean, imagine building this, you know? Imagine building this thing from scratch. I have no idea how would I even start to do this. I would not even know where to start, you know? Look at these parameters. Aiming values, muted aiming rotation, spine rotation, sweep time, offset time, jaw time, left time. They are all merged, evaluated with their own parameters. Someone spent days, if not weeks, on testing all the weight on each animation to see that it was looking good. And maybe they spend months. I don't know. I mean, redoing it, I would be proud of doing my own ALS. I don't know, maybe, but I'm more proud of doing my own game and using ALS, so spending time for stuff that is more related to our game. And so spending time on building the village, for example, which was very fun, instead of spending time in recreating another ALS that already exists. Yeah. ALS props pistol poses. Is this one or I'm messing up? No, it's this one. You know, after some time you continue to copy paste and read names, you kind of enter in a kind of a trance state, you know, where your mind is only seeing boxes, names and stuff. And this is where you can really make mistakes, you know, because you think you are selecting the right one and your mind is tricking you. And in reality, you are doing something else, because you're basically disconnecting the brain and just copy pasting stuff, you know? It becomes like a mechanical operation. And maybe there is a difference in the code, I mean in the blueprint, and boom, you miss it. How many are we missing, boys? There is the bow. Yeah, I think we are at the end. There are like 10 missing or so. I followed an example in IK tutorial. If a YouTube video one guy made is super well and everything. I made back everything and set up everything for fast bat. Okay. Yeah, that's good for you. If you manage to have something that works. Something that works for you is good. Bow aim bow. What is it? Bow aim sweep. Huh? And bow aim sweep crouched. Bow aim sweep crouched. And secondary motion. Okay. I think bow is the last one, and this one, bow is the last one. This song's Heimdall. How did I find Heimdall, you may ask me? Heimdall. Actually, I played it. I tried to put in the music all games that I played, but it's not that easy. Sometimes I also had to take music of games that I did not play, but say 90% or more, I mean the majority are all games that I played. ALS, so there is underscore n underscore pose, there is the base pose, and there is underscore CLF underscore pose. Okay, I think we are pretty much at the end of the list. You must learn once, you'll be able to do whatever you want. Yeah, the problem is time. The problem is not learning. The problem is time. So where do you want to spend your time? You can learn everything in the world, but, you know, doesn't mean that you have to. Okay, so now we are left only with the errors related to our animations. Okay, like the sitting idle, the sit idle ground pose, the playwright. Now, I want to see that if with this change, if we do the retarget properly, we are getting rid of the problem we are having with root motion. I really hope so, because this is one of the reasons why I redid the skeleton. Because I wanted to have, you know, this thing fixed. Okay, this one will have to be recompiled. It's okay. Okay, let's go one by one. Sitting idle. Right? Sitting idle, even if I try to change it, there is no other sitting idle that we can apply, you see, because sitting idle is not retargeted to our skeleton. Now, first I need to understand where is this sitting idle. I think it's this sitting idle. Yes, which is targeted on PS template based skeleton. Perfect. So the sitting idle, we are going to... Now the question is, do I want to retarget starting from this one? Or do I want to retarget starting from the original one? Because this one, let's try to retarget this, but I'm not sure it will work. I'm not sure it will work. Because this one is the one that has the additional bones in the middle, you know? It seems to be fine. If I could have... I think I need to create a new collection for my character. Because I think if I use this one, it would be bad. Yes. No, I need to create a new collection. I need to create a new collection.
I could do this all day.
Oh, really? You could do this all day? Oh, something happened. Oh. Oh. Something happened. So let me put in all the pieces. Let's create a collection for our clan. The only problem is that I need to take it. So I'm composing what is called a collection, which is basically just a preview collection, because if you have a character that is made of modular pieces like we have, you know, you are attaching only the torso to the you are attaching only the torso to it looks like if the bottom is getting shrink a bit. I don't know. It looks a bit weird. But anyway, let me try to save this as I think I can save it on top of Cran Base Collection actually. Yes. I will just replace it. Okay, so now this one looks okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of this animation, but anyway, is showing a guy sitting, so which I guess is what we need. The time you wasted searching for bugs would not be there. You mean that you write code without bugs, huh? Really? I don't believe it. Really? Okay, so now we have our sitting animation, right? And this means that we can actually now change it here. And as you can see now, this thing is fine. I have no idea why we have two sets of hands. But I think this will go away when because it still has compile errors, okay? Play sit idle ground pose. Do, 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 do. So sit idle ground pose. Yeah, it is the same. Now let me just see where okay, this sit idle is getting here. Should we put them under base? They were under base for some reason. But I don't know what base means. You know, I'm more happy to create a new directory and call it like actions and put our animations there than you don't share your bugs, huh? You don't share your bugs. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, don't worry. Ask your questions, interact, say hello. Because in the statistics, you know, I see there are a lot of people that are joining and looking and staying a bit, but they are not speaking. Which is okay, yeah? Which is okay. Don't feel pressured to do so, but sit idle. No, this one I still need to do, huh? Sit idle ground pose. I think we only have one, and it's this one. Now, is this one really on the ground, or? Yes, it's really on the ground. Okay. I think we can just retarget all of those, right? Because I think all these ones we are using or not. Like this sit down to ground. Because also this one we will need, huh? Sit to stand. Stand to sit. Stand up from ground. Stand up from ground. So all these ones we will need as well. Now there is this one which is called with root montage. It's actually linked in character BP. And this one as well. Okay, all of them. Okay, you know what? I think I will just retarget all of those because I will need all of those anyway. So I think I will retarget them all and put them under actions, except the sitting idle, which I did already. So I will go here. I will take all these ones and I will retarget them all on this skeleton. And okay, I think it did it. Let's see what he created. You see that, for example, sit to stand, he created it twice. And stand up from ground, he created it twice. Why? Because it's for the montages? I think it's for the montages that are already including those animations, and so it's creating it double. You see that we have two which are double. Like this one is not linked anywhere. And this one is not linked anywhere either. No, I don't understand then. I don't understand. Why there are two sit to stand? He created two of them. Sit to stand. Why he created two? This one. No idea. And they are not linked. Let me save the... Anyway, I can... Let me move them into actions and then we can clean it up. Sometimes, you know, I think he's sensing some references and he's like recreating those references, but like here it even looks different, you know. Sit to stand and sit to stand one, they have like a different picture. And also we got the stand up from ground and stand up from ground 1, which was duplicated. Very strange. The good part is that all these animations should work seamlessly with all our characters. So, sit to stand. What the fuck? Okay. Sit to stand 1. There is a bit of a movement in the in the bottom part. Stand up from ground. And stand up from ground 1. Ah, well, the original position is different, no? Yes, they are starting from 2 different positions. But then we had 2 as well here? No, we only had 1. How is possible? Because maybe in the stand up for ground montage there were 2. No. What the fuck? Where is the other animation coming from? That is kind of a mystery. It must be somewhere in the montage. There is no way. It must be somewhere in the montage. No? So we generated a new animation from nothing. Okay, that's interesting. We generated a new animation from nothing because it's not here. Okay. I don't know where that came from, really. By the way, the sit to stand, I don't know what is it because it's not reasonable in any way. This one is okay. Even if, as you can see, he has a bit of a movement on the bottom legs, which is not very nice. But I think it's not too bad. So let me go back to our. So we want to have a sit idle ground pose. I think that now we should have it. Sit idle ground pose. Okay. So now this one we can substitute, and then we have a ride animation. Yeah, this one also we don't have. Is this one? So let me retarget this one as well. I don't know why he's still using. I think it's fine, it looks good. Yeah, it's working without a preview mesh, yes, because my animation blueprint and my character are actually not working at the moment because I'm still recompiling it, and so the preview mesh is not shown for whatever reason. But I think if I save this one, and I say apply to asset, probably now, I think that now it will show. But yes, it's working without the preview asset, yes. For whatever reason. So we have the ride. Okay, the last one we are missing is the swimming animation, swimming blend space. Because this blend space, was somehow inside ALS, but it's a bad idea because actually this is something that we created, so it's better to move it outside of ALS and into... Okay, so let me retarget it. And I don't know why it's not showing up. I have no idea why it's not showing up. It's very strange it's not showing up here. But it's not. But it's working anyway. Yeah, it's only a picture, but usually it saves the picture when you save the skeleton, but in this case, for whatever reason, it's not doing it. Okay, the swim idol seems to be good. Yeah, it's missing the eyes, but I can add the eyes. Swim idol seems to be fine. And the swimming with the noise as well seems to be fine. Never seen a cran swimming, by the way, but that's another problem. Okay, so we can take those three and put them under actions. I set the control rig. What do you mean control rig? You mean in Blender? In Blender we have the controls for animation, is what you're saying. Okay, so now we have all these additional, so we can change it now in the animation blueprint. Swimming. Ah, that control rig, yes. If you don't set it up, the skeleton will not appear in the list. So is set up, yes, because otherwise... Holy shit! What is this? We created a monster. What is this? What is it? What is it? I'm coming for you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. What the fuck? What the fuck is this thing? I mean, really? I mean, seriously? I mean, what the hell? It's very nice though. I think I will take a screenshot. I think we'll take a screenshot and call it perfect result. I cannot do that. Fuck, because it's very nice. Very nice. Exactly what I wanted. You know?
Clap, clap. Well done.
Clap, 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 clap. Oh, I need to pause this. Ah, okay. So this will be the monster. No, I think that the reason he's doing this is because the mesh that we have assigned is still the old one. So the mesh that we are using here is not the mesh that we should use. And I think that that's kind of propagated through the animation and through the blueprint. At least I hope so. Otherwise, I have no idea how this can be. I have no idea how this can be, boys. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Uh-oh. 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 It is slightly better. I don't know. Do you like this one more? I mean, this one is slightly better. My god. What the fuck is going on? Okay, we have a significant number of issues. We have a significant number of issues. First, the character is shorter than what it should be. Like, a lot. Second, the hands are completely warped to like an impossible position. Let me show the... it's really like this. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was looking good. It was looking good. I mean, it was looking good. Why now it's like this? So I re-imported all the pieces, okay? So I re-imported all the pieces with the same skeleton, right? So all these pieces are new Let me take the hands. Where are the hands? Maybe I did a mistake on the hands. I don't know. You see, the ants are good. The ants are on top of the skeleton. Maybe we are using the old idle animation. But no, because in theory it's impossible, because the old idle animation will not apply to this. Will not apply to this model, no? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Locomotions. No, it's not locomotion state. Grounded. I mean, all these ones are now pointing to the new thing, so... Yes, exactly. All these ones are pointing to the new... For example, this one that is getting used right now, right? That is very, very strange. But anyway. Much better. Much better. No, but we have a problem of scale. We have a problem. We have... I mean... What the fuck is going on here? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
By the gods, this can't be happening.
I'm thinking what the hell is going on? I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? So you mean that I cannot do that? You mean that when you retarget, the animation blueprint is getting, for whatever reason, some values of the skeleton which are stored inside the animation blueprint? Because that's the only possibility, you know? Because I used my own animation blueprint. I didn't take the one that was retargeted. And what it seems like, what it looks like, it looks that the animation blueprint has inside of it still some pointers to the old skeleton. Somehow, somewhere, you know, in a place that I don't know where is it. But the point is that, okay, let me do something. Let me do something that usually works, okay? Let me do something that usually works. Let's just restart the editor. Let's just simply restart the editor. I mean, if that doesn't work, it means that I have to go the other route, which is to use the retargeted animation blueprint and then put on top of it all my changes. But I wanted to avoid doing that, actually. I wanted to avoid doing that. But if I have to do it, I will do it. Fuck. It's really like this. It's really like this. But the skeleton is correct. It is the same skeleton that we are using in the demo, and it was working fine. Now the idle animation, I just want to be sure that it's using the right idle animation, okay? Because this freaking idle animation, because I don't know if he's still using the old one, the one of the other skeleton, right? So the idle animation, I think, was very intuitively called secondary motion. I don't know why it has that name, but I searched it for days, and then it's secondary motion. So is this one. Why it looks so sad? But you see that he has the skeleton not scaled to his sides. Zwei, I don't know if you are listening, but do you remember how we did the scale of the character on the skeleton? So like, why this guy, you see that this guy is not having the right proportion, the right vertical proportions. You see? So it's like if the skeleton is not adapting to this character. Right? Now, is it normal and then we see it good in game or not? Because in reality here we always said, I mean in the old one, we always said that the EU mannequin. You know? So in the old one, if I go and take the old one, which is still here, and I look at the secondary motion, you know, we always had this character on it. And I'm pretty sure that if I try to put the Cran, it will look... Even if I try to put the old Cran... Unfortunately, it will not be very easy to do because I need a collection and all of that, but... but you see that it's scaled up. As soon as I selected the Cran, it's scaled up. Let me try with the dwarf. Yeah, you see? You see that the character, I mean, as soon as I change the asset, somehow the skeleton is readapting. You see? The skeleton is readapting to the Cran, which is the tallest. Or if I take an elf, yes, you see, is scaling down and such. So, so it seems that they adapt. Now, I think in this version, which is the new one, whatever I select. And unfortunately, I can select only this guy, but using animation scaled instead of animation in retarget bonus. Yeah, that could be as well. That could be as well. At the moment here we have animation scaled. Now we have the same because the pelvis is already animation scaled. And everything is animation. But wait, all these ones are skeleton. No, it's different though, because we have this one, we have skeleton. Yeah, it's changed. We need to have skeleton everywhere here, I guess. I think the IK. So now I think it's okay. It's a bit leaning too much forward, but it's okay. I think now it's scaled fine, right? Now I think it's scaled fine. Now the problem is, now that I use skeleton, are all my animations going to get fucked up again? Because this is my fear, you know? That now if I go into the actions and I take the the sit to stand. Yeah, I think they are all fucked up again. This one is not very easy to see. I need one where it's easy to see. Yeah, but you see that the feet are moving, like in a random way. Okay, but let me see now the... Yeah, the animation blueprint now is slightly better. At least he has the right proportions, but still the hands are completely in the wrong position. But at least the... I don't know about the feet though. Why the feet are like this? I think definitely there is something in the animation blueprint which is fucked up. No, because, you know, there is the idle animation in the blueprint. But there is the idle animation... This is the idle animation in the animation, and you see that the feet are okay. So now, in the animation itself, a part that is leaning a bit too much forward, but I think is a problem of the animation. You know, the animation is fine. I would like to see the walk. Let me see the walk, because with the walk, I think we can see much, and also the mantle. I think the walk F. No, the walk is okay. Yeah, he's still squeezing the feet. I think it's a problem of weight. You see here how much he's squeezing the feet? I think it's a problem of weight. This one I think is a problem of weight. 100%. But it's okay. I mean, at the moment we are not taking care of that. But you see that the walk animation is good. Let me try the mantle, because the mantle is the one that gave us so many trouble in the past. Please do it right. I think this is the right one. Okay, so I think he's right. He has to go down. Yes, he has to go down. Exactly. So all the animations are good. All the animations are good. So the problem is really the animation blueprint. The problem is really the animation blueprint. So it means that we cannot, or there is a setting to reset it somehow, or it means that I cannot swap the skeleton of an animation blueprint on the fly. Which is super annoying though, why not? Target skeleton. In the class settings I have the target skeleton, right? And the target skeleton is this one, because it's the new one that I brought in. Fuck. You think it's the modified and IK? Could be, but I'm not sure. He's standing in a very weird position, you know, like if you see also the legs position and everything. But okay, let's try to search the ends, but I don't think it's that. I think it's an incompatibility. But anyway, the ends are here. I modified it a million times. Dents are here, so I think I can bring them forward, but the problem is not the forward or the backward. The problem is that it's just completely fucked up. I can move them in a relatively good position, you know. I can move them in a position which kind of makes sense, but I think that the fuck, you see, he's really not. He's really kind of upside down. And if I take the rotation from the effector, it's completely fucked up. Effector location. Let me try a 0, 0, 0. And the 0, 0, 0 was the one that he had at the beginning. No, there is something. There is something not compatible. There are two things. There is the joint and the... But you see also the legs. You see the legs? The legs are not in a normal position. It looks like inside the ALS blueprint, I mean inside the blueprint is keeping somehow the reference to the old skeleton, but I don't understand where he can get that. Because I mean, where is the skeleton? The only point where you tell him where the skeleton is. Look also at the face. The face is looking up. You see, also the head bone is fucked up. I mean, the whole structure is fucked up. The whole structure is fucked up. It's like if this target skeleton is not the one that he wants, you know? The problem is that if I change the skeleton like this, yeah, it goes into the standard position and then he's asking me to modify again all the animations to point to the right ones. So, or I did one mistake. Or I did one mistake in the... now it's not moving at all. I don't know. Or I did some mistakes in setting the animations. But I don't think, you know, doing a mistake I can do this mess. I didn't modify any values, no, I didn't modify anything. There is exactly the same animation blueprint which was working on the previous skeleton. The problem is, seems that the animation blueprint is keeping the local offsets somehow, you know, of the previous skeleton. I'm pretty sure it does that, because otherwise it makes no sense. Anyway, I have the one that I retargeted, which is this one. This one looks the same though. How is it possible that this one also looked the same? This is the retargeted one. This is the retargeted one. I don't understand how it's possible. How is possible that also the retargeted one is wrong? Why has all the bones fucked up? No, I didn't learn anything because I don't understand why the retarget I don't understand why the retarget didn't work. Because basically what we are saying is that my ALS blueprint is not working, but is not working exactly in the same way as the one that I retargeted. Right? Exactly the same way. Let me close it 1 second without saving. I don't understand. Hello, Zoran. Welcome. Man, it's not a problem of IK. It's a problem that the skeleton is wrong, the retargeting is wrong. The IK has nothing to do. Even the head bone is rotated and he has no IK. The pelvis is lower by 30 centimeters and he has no IK, so it's not a problem of IK. The IK is just a consequence of the fact that the skeleton is wrong. It has nothing to do with the IK. Okay, so I think we should go one step before that, which is the retargeting of ALS on my imported skeleton. So that did not work. That did not work. The default one, huh? The default ALS. So when I did this, so I clicked on this one and I did retarget, and I selected my newly imported one, which, by the way, I don't know why it doesn't have a preview, but when I did this retarget, it didn't work already from this step. I don't know why it didn't work, really. What I'm doing, merging skeletons or using the master pose? I'm not merging any skeleton, I'm just retargeting. So what I did, I basically... Let me go one step backward so I can explain you. So... I upgraded to ALS 4.9, okay, which is a bug fixed release, and it's just fixing some bugs and stuff. And I did it in a separate project, okay, so that I could test if everything was working fine. And in the separate project, right, in the separate project I have wait, I have used my Cran character. Right, which is this one. That works exactly as it should work. Okay. So everything works as expected in here, apart from the head that is for whatever reason is blinking a bit, but everything works. The roll works, the mantle works, everything works, okay? Everything works as expected. In this thing. So then what I did, I took the skeleton, I took the skeleton as is, of my character, right, which is here under new Cran. This one. So I took this skeleton and only the skeleton, which already includes all the ALS, IK and everything, and I exported this skeleton. So they are migrated. So I just did migrate, you know, to my real project. Okay, so I migrated it there. Then in this name, I think I only have one of those, right? Let me just triple check, but I should have only one skeleton with this name. Yes, which is this guy. This is my real project now, okay? This is my real project. So I imported in my real project. Then in my real project, I just assigned the different pieces, the different meshes, and I checked, you know, that the animations are working as expected. So everything up to the animation level works okay. And wait, before that, obviously before that, what I did, I retargeted the ALS animations on on my character. So I basically went here, I went to ALS and MVP, I did right click, retarget blueprint, and I retarget everything ALS 4.9, which is the new one because I already updated it here, to my skeleton, which for some reason is not showing up here. I don't know why, but anyway, I don't know if this is the issue, but and I did this. Now let me check that my skeleton has the, but I think yes, because I did it on the other one, but let me triple check again. So let me check if this skeleton has the rigging. Yeah, so the skeleton has the crown torso, which is the right one, yes, and he has the rig as humanoid, and he's mapping, you know, all the things he should map as expected and such, right? Now when I did the retargeting, which I can do again, it's a bit annoying, but so when I did the retargeting, so I went here, what I did, I went here, right, in ALS, and I said right click, retarget. Then this retarget created all the animations and the ALS blueprint as well. Also the ALS anim blueprint, right? He created the copy of this. Then I did all the work in my blueprint, but even going to the retargeted one is not working, because this one is the one that has been retargeted together with all the other animations, right? All these animations are coming from a retarget. And even this one, not mine, even this one, is broken. But it's super broken. I mean, it's not just a bit broken, you know, it's super broken. There are not enough ways I can tell you how it's broken. Every bone is in the wrong position. Every single bone is in the wrong position. Probably except the spine. The spine seems to be the only one that is kind of reasonable. Root as a capital letter. Yes, actually, the root capital letter is something that they changed. How do you know it? But it's good that you know it. So they changed, between the previous version of ALS and this one, they changed the root node. I mean, I've seen it somewhere in the code, right? Which was uppercase or lowercase, I don't know. My root is lowercase. I mean, every bone is lowercase, by the way. Everything is lowercase. But I mean, he's working in the demo project. So if my skeleton, and I used exactly the same skeleton, so if my skeleton had some wrong root bones or anything else, you know, it would not work also in the other side, no? Is what I'm really surprised. And also I have completely overridden the ALS plugin in my project. So I deleted, so in my project, you know, I under plugins, I have completely substituted the new version. So there is the new version of ALS, and yes, in the code somewhere there is the root uppercase or root lowercase. If you want to see where is it, I think we can easily find it. Probably in the character animation instance, I guess. Yes, you see. There is some. The previous version was having root uppercase with the R uppercase. The new version is searching for root lowercase, and it is used to set the foot lock and foot's offset value. But I don't think that this is the problem. At least I don't think so. My mapping to humanoid thinks root is root. What the fuck? My mapping. Okay, so this one is my skeleton in my project. Is thinking root is root. Yeah, but fuck. You think there is the difference? Oh my god. You think there is the difference? Okay. I mean, it can be. But why then? Let me see in the test project. But in the test project is the same, and it works. In the test project is the same, and it works. I mean, I can retarget. I mean, it's not a problem. I can retarget and it's just very annoying because I need to. By the way, what are these files now here? ALS, CLF. Ah, no, that is in the test project. Okay. I can retarget, but I think it will make no difference. I can retarget all of this, but I think it will make no difference. You think it's the preview mesh? I mean, the preview mesh, what difference does it make? But okay, we can redo the preview mesh, but what difference does the preview mesh with the bone rotation, you know? The preview mesh is here, by the way. I don't know why it's not seen when I do the retarget, but the preview mesh is here. Maybe it's this thing. Maybe it's the base pose. But you know, when I did the retarget inside the test project, it works. When I do the retarget in my project, it doesn't work. That is what is weird. That is what I really don't understand what is going on here. I really don't understand what is going on. It doesn't show up. It show up for all the others. It does show up for all the others, but not for this one. Why? Does it do it in the test project? No, also in the test project is not coming up. Why is not showing here? Is the base pose that is missing? Yeah, I think I have the preview at the top. Is here, you see? PS Unreal Crantors. You mean this one? This one I have. Current skeleton. It's not the preview mesh, by the way. I think it may be the base pose missing. But I'm still very puzzled. How is possible that it works in the sample project? In the sample project it works. And when I do the same operation in mine, it doesn't. I mean, it's so weird. I can redo it here. I will have to delete all of the animations. Yeah, the problem is they are all linked to montages, so it's a fucking mess. On the ALS, I think he has it as a default. Yes, he has it here, mannequin. So what do you want me to change? I don't know. The ALS as the animan as a sample mesh here, as a preview mesh, and as this current skeleton set as mannequin here. So yes, it's here the preview, so hey, root for root, yes. I can clear and remap, but it's doing the same. No, but I still think my character is the problem. I think my character is the problem somehow. Like, the fact that it doesn't have this, I think it doesn't have this base pose. I think it doesn't have the base pose. Where is the base pose set? Like, let me try to just import again in the sample project the this one. How do I see if this has a base pose? Root for root? Yeah, root for root is okay, man. Root for root is fine. I don't know, or I did something in between the retargeting, but it really makes no sense. I can retarget again and see, but it really makes no sense that the based retarget doesn't work. It never happened to me. It never happened that a retarget is warping the skeleton. It never happened to me. I can redo it. The problem is that it takes time because unfortunately we have Subversion connected, and Subversion connected is getting super annoying. Or I remove Subversion for a second, like I disable it for a bit, or maybe I can disable it. Because it takes so much. Yeah, exactly. So why this freaking thing doesn't work? Okay, let me try to retarget again. Okay, it will take a bit, but we see if I still don't understand why mine doesn't have any preview here. I have no idea. Why I don't have this preview? Fuck.
I will find a way to set things right.
Just setting the humanoid, okay. Setting the humanoid, I understand. I did it a million times. I did it a million times, but it's not there. When I do the retarget on the sample project, do I see the? Let me try. When I do the retarget on my sample project, no, I don't see it. You see, but in the sample project, I don't see the skeleton here, but it worked perfectly. I mean, everything works. Everything works here as expected. Everything works. So what is the difference between... What is the difference between this? What is the difference between this and in my project? Considering that the skeleton is the same, I just copy-pasted the skeleton. I copy-pasted the freaking skeleton between one and the other. I mean, this is the wall retargeted example that I have. You know what I will do? Let me do this. I migrate the whole thing, okay? To the other project. Anyways, under another directory, so... Right? Yes, it's in another directory. I migrate the whole thing. I migrate the whole thing. Hey, now I want to see. Now, here I'm in my project. And everything has been migrated one-to-one to what the hell was in the test project. And here is fine, you know? And here is fine. So, I mean, I can use this one, but the point was not to use this one. I mean, why the retarget there is different? Fuck. I don't understand. Okay, but now, I mean, copying the whole set of files. Okay, copying the whole set of files. We got... the whole set of files, including all the animations and all the ALS and all the blueprint and the crane model and the skeleton again, okay? And this one, for whatever reason, works. I really don't understand why the retargeting here didn't, but anyway. Here it works. Now, if I try to retarget... I don't know if he's still using a mix of the old and new ALS, like he didn't fully recompile it, or... Because there is something very weird going on here. Very weird, very weird. If I retarget to the... yeah, also the other one doesn't show the preview, huh? But anyway, it works. I'm really puzzled, boys, but if it works with a full copy, you know, with a full copy from my sample project to my main project, I will use that. The problem is now that I need to use my animation blueprint. So I will have to switch this one to use. Fuck, I need to redo the work that I did today. The one that we did in the last hour and a half or 2 hours, I need to redo it then. That's very annoying. That's very annoying. Because basically what I need to do, I need to take go here in class settings, and instead of pointing to this skeleton, I will point to the other skeleton, which is the one. But now we get again all the compilation errors, right? We get again all the compilation errors that we need to fix for ALS to work. Fuck. Annoying. Annoying. Parent class. Is this parent class correct? ALS character. ALS character animation. What is this? ALS character animation. Wait. Maybe the problem is here. ALS character animation. What is ALS character animation? Doesn't even exist. ALS character animation instance. It says ALS character anim, but I think it's the ALS character animation instance, which is this one. Yes. If I change it, it goes back to that. No, this one is okay. So or there are some errors, okay, that I did in the fixing of the on the fixing of the animations, which is possible. It's possible I did some fixes, but it's pretty weird that that one of those fixes is really messing up the skeleton so much. Or you cannot, or I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand why it's not working, but this monster is a very nice monster that we can use as a monster in the game. It's a pretty cool monster. I like him. So just to explain you the sequence, okay? That's just to explain you the sequence. Sample project. I did Export from Blender of my skeleton. Import, okay, this I can say in the same line. Import in Unreal. Fuck. Then I did a retarget from ALS on my skeleton. And then, okay, and then I did some fixes on the meshes because of some of the weight. I fixed some weights, okay, but very, very, very super small weights, like super small. Okay. Then this worked. Then in my project, I migrated the skeleton above, and then I retargeted. I migrated only the skeleton without meshes. Without meshes or animations. And then I retarget ALS to my skeleton. So basically this step is identical to this step. Okay, so I was assuming that it was the same. The result here is that it does not work. I mean, warped scale. By the way, the warped skeleton is only in the animation blueprint. The warped skeleton is only in the animation blueprint. Because if I look at everything else, all the animation looks fine. So I think I did some mistakes in the animation blueprint. That is possible. I don't know. I did some mistakes when I substituted the... I don't know. Because, okay, now we are in the position that we were 1 hour and a half ago, so we basically lost 1 hour and a half. Okay. So I basically lost 1 hour and a half. I can redo all the work of fixing animations here, because now all these animations need to point to the correct ones. Okay. The problem is now, instead of having 2, I will have 3 to look for, which is even more annoying. You have changed the skeleton of your character, but you did not update the skeletal mesh with the same skeleton. No, the skeletal meshes are re-imported. No, they are updated. They are updated. Skeletal meshes are updated. I mean, that's a fair question. Okay, we can double check this. It is a fair question. But all these meshes are new, because you see they also have a different name. All these meshes, arms, legs, are different meshes from this one. These ones are the ones that are using the old skeleton, and because they are named like Cran something. These ones, which are named PS Unreal _ Cran, PS Unreal, These are all the new meshes, and you see also they have the plus because they have been added. These are the old one in SVN, these are the new one that have to be added to SVN. So all these ones are new. So no, the meshes are all new meshes. By the way, I don't think you can even apply a mesh that is done for a different skeleton because it will not allow you to. It will not allow you to, because every mesh is automatically matched to his skeleton. So I cannot even apply it, you know. But anyway, no, they are correct. Now I can redo this work, okay? Unfortunately, it's like 300 things to change. It's very annoying, but I can do it. Now the problem will be if I redo it and we get the same result, then we are really in trouble, because it means there is something in my animation blueprint which is no more compatible with the new ALS 4.9. Which one are you using in the animation blueprint? I mean, the animation blueprint, I mean, don't look at this one because this one is the... I mean, now I change it to the new skeleton, so now this is complaining a lot, but if I go back to the other one and recompile and reopen it, because I need to reopen it, otherwise it will not look good. If I go back to this one and I reopen it, right? That is the warped one, right? And again, I want to mention again that it's not just the hands that are warped. So it's not just the IK, okay? The legs are lower, the head is rotated, the feet are rotated, so it's more than just the IK. And this bone, you see this bone is going like anywhere. I don't know where this bone is going. So your BP, what are you saying? Your BP says that your skeleton pieces are different than the reference skeleton. Where do you see that? Where do you see this thing that my blueprint says? And by the way, all the animations are looking okay, eh? All the animations are correct. If I open any animation here, including the walk, including the whatever, they work okay. Right? It's only the animation blueprint that is not good. It's like if the animation blueprint, when it gets retargeted, is getting some when I change it to the new skeleton. Yeah, because the new skeleton is now the one that I copied from the test project, and is a new skeleton. Yes. I mean, it's exactly identical, but is is a new ID of a skeleton, so it's a different ID or something, and so he doesn't like it. Because all the animations have been retargeted versus that skeleton, and the animation are keep. So let me explain you. So this skeleton, okay, let's call it SK1. This skeleton SK1 has all the retargeted animations, right, on him. Okay, and this goes as a block together, right, as a single block. Now what I did here, I migrated only the skeleton, so I migrated my SK1, and then I did the retarget, which recreated the animations. So basically here we recreated all animations with new retarget, right? And the animations are working fine anyway. Can you expand all of the animation blueprint in C or C++ code? Man, it's impossible to expand the whole ALS and in blueprint. It's like 100 pictures. So, I mean, you will never be able to see it in your whole life. I don't understand what you are asking. I don't understand what you are asking. What do you want to see? But so my question is why this? Why this is different than this? Why these two sets, right? Why these two sets are different? Or anyway, they are not applicable to the same animation blueprint. Layer blending or reference setup. Do you know ALS or not? Because if you don't know ALS, it will take me 1 week to explain all the pieces to you. The layer blending, I mean, there are multiple graphs of layer blending. So there is this layer blending, which is what is called the base layer, which is basically mixing all the locomotion cycles and all the locomotion states. Then there is another one, which is the overlay layer, which is basically putting on top a sequence of overlay states just for example, if you are using a gun or if you are carrying a weight or a box, and it's basically an overlay on top of the movement. So your legs can work one way, and the top of the body can work in another way. Then there are all the cycles for blending. So, I mean, it's so big, I cannot show you all to you. I don't understand why you are asking this. Then there are, you see, all the directional states based on if the character is leaning to the left, leaning to the right, moving backward. And basically this is driving the blend poses of the different blend spaces. So there is so much. There is so much. I don't think we can go through that. My only fear is that something else changed in the animation blueprint. No, but it's impossible, because also the one that I retargeted is not working. So Yeah, the reference of the skeleton is here, is under class settings. If you take the animation blueprint and you go in class settings, here is where you set the skeleton, right? And as soon as I change the skeleton from this one, which is the bad one, I don't know how I generated this monster, but anyway, it's the bad one, to the one that I copied from that I copied now again from the sample project, is obviously not compiling anymore, because all the animations now are pointing to the animations of the other skeleton. And so what I need to do, I need to go here again like I did a million times and reset all the animation pointing to the new ones. And by the way, some of them don't even have the right names, fuck, but... And this will resolve the compilation problem. Those your like, yes, that I checked, yes. My pieces, like this one, my pieces have the full skeleton, yes. So if I go on the skeleton tree, each mesh has the full skeleton, yes. If they would have no skeleton, you will continuously get the error of the skeleton is not compatible. So you will get it continuously. Because it happened to me already. If you export without the full skeleton, you get that error. I don't know what is it, but at the moment I think I have no other way than trying again to fix all the animations and see if it works, because I don't have another way. It's super annoying because I just did it, so, and it took me about 1 hour and a half, I think. And also I don't understand why all these ones have wrong names. You did change the skeleton reference, but you didn't need as well to change the animation blend spaces. No, the animation blend spaces are all automatically converted to the skeleton when you do the retarget. Ah, yes, sorry, delete what I said. In my animation blueprint, yes, is this list that you see here. Is this list. It's like 200 errors, okay? And these 200 errors are the one that I have to fix, because all the blend spaces are not pointing to the right one. Like, for example, let's take of this one, okay? This one is pointing to a blend space, which is called ALS end look, which the engine recognized as pointing to another skeleton. And so it's not allowing me to use it, and it's good that it's not allowing me to use it. So it's forcing me to go here and select the new n_look, right? Which is compatible with the skeleton that we are using. And then when I compile, now you see that this error has gone away. And so on. And I have to do it for 1 million other errors. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And if we still get the same error after this, but it's impossible that we get the same error, because we have seen that this step actually is working in the ALS blueprint. Yeah, there is no way around. I need to change them manually. I did it 1 hour and a half ago, and then I got the problem. I did it already. I did this already. The problem is that my skeleton was broken. For some reason, I don't understand why my skeleton was broken. I don't know why, really. The problem is that I mean, you didn't see the beginning of the stream, unfortunately, so you don't know what I did, but I did exactly what you're saying. So I went through this already one time. I arrived at the end, and when I arrived at the end, the skeleton was all warped, you know. And then I went back to the ALS retargeted. So only the ALS retargeted, and also the ALS retargeted is wrong. So that's the main problem, you know. So that just moving the skeleton from the other project to this one and doing the retarget failed. I don't know why, but it failed. And it is so weird that it happened. I don't know how it's possible, but it failed. I don't know. I have no explanation of why it failed. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. Can I get at least all the same ones? No. Like if we do all the secondary motion, for example, all together. If I search all the secondary motion and I just paste secondary motion paste, I think this will be a bit quicker maybe. Now the other issue now that I have is that some of these names unfortunately are different. So we have this number 1 instead of secondary motion because they are duplicates. And I think we are gonna see if this is creating a problem or not for the yeah, but it is a fucking insane work to do. It is so annoying. My only explanation is that something got corrupted in the memory of the editor when I did the skeleton move, because there is no other reason, really, no other reason of why the skeleton should not work for retarget after is migrated. There is no reason. What changes I did to the skeleton? Yes, I did one very significant change, which is the fact that the previous skeleton was having an additional root bone. Yeah, the previous one is this one. So he has the base. You see that he has a base at the top before root, which is the one that is wrongly added by Blender. And then he has here, if you see all these CS, which are basically all the controllers, right, that you have in Blender, which are the non-deform bones, and these are the ones that you should not export. but historically we exported it, so we did a mistake here, so we exported it, and so our base skeleton was having all this stuff in, and which was not needed. And so these are the two main differences with the new skeleton. So basically I cleaned up, you know, I cleaned up the skeleton. I cleaned it up. I got disconnected? I don't think so. Maybe you got disconnected. Zero 0% dropped frames. So you can go back in the stream and listen. The problem of this operation is that it's an operation that is very prone to errors, because doing this, you know, step by step, you may mess up, you know, the names very easily. And if you mess up the names, something may not work. But the names are all very similar. So LF1, LB1, RF1, RB1. So they are very similar to each other. It's pretty, I mean, it's very easy to mess up, I would say. It's very easy to mess up. Let me try again the music, but only if it's relaxing music. I think it's very hard to me for not making any mistakes in this process. I think it's very hard. I think I will make few mistakes, pretty sure. But if I make a mistake, you know, it should not completely warp the We should not completely warp the skeleton, right? So you should just... Maybe one animation is not working as expected. These are really... All these names that look pretty much the same are a killer to to the thing. I think there was some... I'm nearly sure, or anyway, I'm convinced that there was some memory corruption going on, because it's not possible. It's not possible. If you follow, if you follow this sequence that I explained before, there is no reason why these two sets should be different. So why retargeting inside the sample project is different than retargeting in my main project? Why? I mean, what is the difference? And the ALS blueprint is not working. So the default one, just after the retarget. So it has no sense. I did no changes, just a retarget, and the skeleton is warped. I mean, it makes no sense.
So essentially, certain people have decided that we all fall into this dysfunctional category under the label Gen X. Yeah, we used to hate those people. Now we just make fun of them. It's more effective that way.
What is this music?
Hey, Wolf, wake up over there. You got a bogey coming on strong. I can't see him. 6 o'clock high. Get out of there, man. Oh, man, he's all over me. Hang tight, buddy. I'm on my way.
It's from Monkey Island, I don't know. It's a bonus track of a Monkey Island CD. Okay, now I lost where I was. Next time we're making big changes on skeleton, don't check only base map on retargeting as well as advance. They wear twist joints and finger. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean by don't check only base map on retargeting? Where is the base map that you're saying? Advanced map on skeleton retargeting. Show advanced. Show base. Why these two, for example, are not mapped? But the animations work, you know? The animations are working. You mean that the IK? You mean that the IK has not been remapped? I see there are these two that are not mapped to anything. I see that these two are missing. Why they are missing, I have no idea. Even if they exist, because I see high twist 01L and I see a high twist 01L. So why is not automatically mapped? Ah, my tail is on twist. Yeah, I think that's the difference then. I think it is the difference. I think this is the difference. Because in the sample project is correct. In the sample project is correct. Why it was mapped differently? I used auto map. No, I didn't, because if I do auto map, they are changing. Wow. It is interesting. Yeah, but that's the problem, for sure. For sure. For sure, that is the problem. Why? I mean, how did this... Now the question is, why this one is correct? Because this one I exported myself and I auto mapped myself. But yes, that's the problem, huh? Thank you for telling me. That is exactly the problem. And it is what fucked up. So basically the difference is that, the difference between these two is that this skeleton, for whatever reason which I don't know exactly, but had the right mapping on the tail. I mean on the right mapping, let's say, excluding the tail. Right? While fuck, but I copied the skeleton. There is a copy paste. But maybe I did auto map. Maybe when I was here, I clicked, I think here I clicked on auto map and I fucked up the advanced settings. I think that is the reason. So I copied it, I redid the auto map, and maybe I messed up then with the tailbone. And then I did the retarget, and so the retarget was wrong. That is very possible. Now the question is then how is possible that the first was correct? Because I was not even aware that the advance existed, so I saw it now the first time. So I didn't know that this existed, but now I see it. I don't know why they are not listing all the bones that you have in the skeleton. Why there should be an advanced setting to have all your bones, but okay. But fine.
Everything will be fine. Don't worry.
Everything is already fucked. That's the problem. Everything is already fucked because I have to do the work twice. I hate wasting time and doing works twice. But it's okay. I will survive through this as well. We will survive through this as well. So now, the problem is now it's fucked up again. But the question is, if I put it back to the right values now, and I retarget, can I avoid redoing the job? Or not? That is what I don't understand. Can I just change those values and everything will be nice, or not? Can I use my previous skeleton, which is fucked up, but fix it with the mapping? And so I avoid fixing 1 million errors? Or not? No, but that work I did already. I did already all this work, so I have it done already for that skeleton. And by the way, the animations are correct. The animations are correct. All the animations are showing correctly. It's only the animation blueprint which is fucked up. Do we want to try? I can try, but it means that I have to undo what I was doing now. Right? Maybe I can just press Ctrl Z 1 million times. I can just press Ctrl Z 1 million times. The problem is if the retargeting is fucking up the animation blueprint somehow or not, you know? Now the problem is where to stop, because I did I will not get the different errors in BP because, as I told you already, and this is the 5th time I tell you, I fixed those errors already. It took me 1 hour and a half, so all my blueprint is correct for that skeleton. I did it already. It took me 1 hour and a half and I fixed it all. There are very few left. Okay. So we are close to the point where I don't know how long is the undo queue. I think is 30 or 40. Okay, but let's try this. I think it's a good test. I think we will never be again in this position, so let's do it. Even if you lose another half an hour, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, so now we are in the same position when we discovered the problem, okay? So basically now my blueprint has all the animation pointing to the right places, right? But my skeleton has a wrong retarget manager thingy. So I think it will crash. I have the feeling it will crash. I clicked on the skeleton and everything froze. I will relaunch it. I think it's the only way. So now the question is, if I fix the bones in the retarget manager, I can even retarget completely, it's no problem for me. Because anyway, I have my animation blueprint correct, you know, which is what I care more about. So my animation blueprint, which is this one, is containing now all the pointers to the new skeleton. So it's fully compatible with the new skeleton. The problem is that the retargeting manager has the wrong bone set up. You see? It's fucked up like this. But it's no problem. I can go into my base skeleton, which is this one, and show advanced and see that it's all fucked up. Thank you, auto mapping. Thank you, auto mapping, which is mapping tail 4 to calf twist when there is exactly one that is called calf twist, but okay. Calf twist 01L, ball L, tight twist 01L, tight twist, tight twist, tight twist 01L, calf twist 01R, calf twist 01R, ball R, tight twist 01R, tail, no, tight twist 01R, foot root, foot L, foot R, and root, and gun, and L and R. Okay, is it all correct? Bulk of twist, upper arm R, lower arm twist, arm bar, and belt, and... Why is not matching the names with the same name, by the way? It's so stupid. Okay, seems to be fine, right? Seems to be fine. So now what do we do? Now we save this and we retarget. Yeah, the problem is that I have all the animations already, so they will all be duplicated, like 1 million animations. Fuck. But no, I will have to, oh my god, I will have to do the job again anyway, because the animation will be different. The animation will be different names. I'm fucked. If I retarget now, it's not going to override the... but I can click on use existing assets, maybe? Maybe I can click on reuse existing assets and it will just override the asset that I have. That would be very nice. Because all my retargeted stuff is here. And so I want him to override these things without creating new ones. It will not fix everything automatically? Okay, if it doesn't fix everything automatically, I know what to do. So, but basically, okay, I go under my character, and I click on this, and I retarget. Okay, this one is not the T-pose, so I need to go here and set it to the A pose or whatever it is. Modify, use current pose. By the way, I think I also need to do it with my guy. Okay, now that in theory is the right pose, I right click and I do this. Now I select this one, which is the one that I want. Now, if I can put it in the same folder and he can reuse the same assets, that would be perfect. Because otherwise I will have to redo the work anyway. You know? Is here. Is under ALS v4. I have all my animations. So I think if I do allow remapping to existing assets, I assume that it's going to do it. So it is not going to recreate an _1, _1, _1. Because if he creates _1, I'm fucked. Huh? I have to redo the job anyway. Oh my god, what is this? I never seen this. Bro. Ah, yes, there is an autofill. Okay. If there was not autofill, I was going to suicide, but there is. There is an autofill. Okay, thank you. So it's important that he takes it in the same folder, though. Otherwise, it's a mess. Do you think he did it right? I mean, they are exactly the same name, so there is no chance of mistakes if he did name by name. It looks like, okay. Crossing fingers, boys. Cross your fingers. Boom. Okay, the only one that got a _1 is the animation blueprint, but it's okay. So basically now all these animations, it seems he did it, huh? It seems he did it right. Basically it seems that all these animations have been retargeted properly. Now I need to do the same with the actions. Because the actions are not part of the... I mean, it's a bit long to explain, but these one are not part of the animation blueprint, they're just used separately. So I need to do the same with this one. And I will use remap existing assets. And I will do characters, PS template, animation, ALSV4. And then I will do retarget. Why didn't ask me the mapping? I think it's duplicating. I think it's duplicating, I don't know why. Yeah, it's duplicating 100%. You see that he's working on source control, so it's reduplicating all of those. I didn't check the option for... which option I missed? I missed the remap existing asset, or... what did I miss? I clicked it. I clicked the allow remapping of existing assets. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's see. Yes, he created duplicates, but they are not too many, so... Fuck. He created duplicates. He created duplicates of these ones. But okay, I mean, we will rename them manually. They are not that many, are like 15 or so. It's not that many. Okay, now, in theory, with my animation blueprint, we are pointing to these assets. Right? With my animation blueprints, we are pointing to the... Is exactly the same. How is possible? I don't know, maybe the remapping on existing assets is not really remapping everything. I mean, it's not really redoing the full process. It's a bit like when you re-import a mesh that, for example, is not re-importing the materials number. So if you have two materials and you do re-import mesh and you change it to one material, you still see the two materials. I don't know why it happens, but it's like the re-import is not re-importing everything. But I can... Oh my god. I can save all this stuff. You know that I'm not that sure that this will work anyway. I think the only way it works is to copy, like I did, the whole package. Because again, now we did the retargeting. And okay, we did it on existing assets, but we did the retargeting and the guy still looks fucked up. Also, you know, he looks fucked up in his own retarget animation blueprint. So this animation blueprint is the one that he created. Okay, so he created this. He created this. It is not me, it's not my blueprint. It's his blueprint. I think I will delete everything and redo it, but not now because it's too late. I basically wasted this evening, unfortunately, but it's okay. We learned a bit. We learned a bit how things are not working. I don't know. I think I will just obliterate everything in this folder and just take the one that I copied from the example project, which works. I don't know why this one works. I have no idea. But at this point, I don't care too much. I just want to have, you know, the character working in game, and that's it. I don't want to debug, you know, the problems of the retarget manager. I'm not an Epic Game employee, so I don't care. I just want this thing in my game and move on. So You should check your new skeleton animation which you have retargeted. I can check them, but as I told you, the animations were working as well before. The problem were not the animations, the problem was the animation blueprint. All these animations were working fine already before. The only problem was the animation blueprint. See you, Marcelo. Have a good night. So yeah, I assume the animations are working, but they were working already, so I don't know what to look for. They were all correct. All this, I tested all this animation because I checked this, I checked the mantle, I checked the number of animations, and they were all okay. And then when I went to the animation blueprint, only when I went to the blueprint, I saw that the blueprint was fucked up. And this is where I started to wonder what happened. And so I decided to copy the whole thing from the whole thing from the test project, which is this one. And the whole thing from the test project actually works, because you see that is the animation blueprint and it actually works. So I don't know if my version of ALS is anyway different from the test project, but I don't think so, because I copied the whole plugin. Now the only thing that may have happened, if it's not the retargeting, which anyway was a problem for sure, could be that the compilation didn't fully recompile the ALS CPP in my project. But no, because you know, if this one looks good in my project, means that ALS is working. I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna go. It's too late. So what I will do, I will just use this one. So the one that we copied over from the sample project, which is good. He has all the animations. He has the new skeleton. He has everything. So maybe I will rename this skeleton to good. I will rename it to EUPSCHAR good. Skeleton good. And we're just gonna use this one. And I don't need any more retargeting. Or anyway, I will need retargeting for the swim animation and for some other small stuff, but the majority is already retargeted here. And with this skeleton, I will use the I will use my animation blueprint with the skeleton. Okay, so I think that's the only thing I can do. Good night. See you soon. Hopefully tomorrow we will have more better luck than today and finish this thing, which is a bit annoying. See you, boys. See you very, very soon. But we never give up, so it's no problem. We will win at the end. There is no chance. We will win at the end. And thank you, Zoran, for the help, by the way. It was very, very useful, because at least I understood that it was a mismapping. At least we learned something new on the advanced mapping that I was not aware. I don't know if that was the problem, but I think it was the problem. Otherwise, it is mystery. It's mystery. It's mystery. Bye-bye.